Howdy, howdy, howdy. What, you ask, are you doing, you crazy old coot? Alright, this is the block that we're just working on now. This was all plantation pine. You know, you saw the stuff, red pine, white pine, you know, junk mostly. I mean, the red pine and the larch was nice, but the white pine's horrible. But anyway, you know, it needed to be cut. And what we did, you can see we left overstory of cherry. Okay, now these aren't, you know, they're not the most magnificent cherry trees, I know that, but it's hardwood, it's cherry. And this place will blow up. You can see where there was light in, you know, there's saplings all started. And then we went down over the bank down there and just plucked out a few logs and left that. He wants a blind from the, there's a road up here. He doesn't want people to see in and take pot shots at deer. So I've got a water line, buried water line. It goes down to a spring. It comes right up through here. You can see it right here where there's no stumps. And then where is it? Okay, I'm kind of sitting on it. Right there where it humps up, I've got a steel bridge panel on that we put in there, and you know, obviously it's muddy, so it, but the panel disperses the weight. So anyway, this is the project we're doing. And then from about where I'm sitting up to, well, I'll leave that cherry tree, but about up to that cherry tree and back just past that wet hole, there's a little drain swale there. We'll drain that all out. We got that all poled and stuff, so I didn't put a pipe in it. I probably should have, but I didn't expect there was that much water in it. But it don't matter when we pull up what do you call it, the logs out of it. You know, we'll drain it. But that's a swale, so we're gonna just go on beyond the swale a little bit. We square it up. It's an acre, 208 foot square, and I'm going to stump this acre, and we'll windrow the stumps along the edge, and then we're going to grub this so he can get a disc harrow in here in the spring and harrow it up, and he's going to have a planted 1 acre planted feed plot in here. So he's going to really make a hunting paradise here, because these areas we cut over and got all this evergreen out. Now that we got full sun, we got cherry crop trees. There's some nice oak crop trees around the edges. This will seed in like crazy with hardwood. And then right plumb in the middle of it, we're gonna have an acre of you know, deer cocaine, right? You know, I don't know, like alfalfa or whatever they put in to make good horn head stuff, and you know what I mean. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do right now, just because it's so freaking wet and I'm here by myself anyway, I'm going to do some shoveling and kind of lay these right in the road so we don't have to take the skidder off of that main path that's already tore up. Because as you can see, even as wet as it's been with these track machines, with Kimmy and everything cutting in here, there's no issues. You know, there's no problem at all. The only place we've made it ruddy is you know, the main path. And again, I'm not real concerned with stuff that's within the field zone, you know, the 1 acre food plot, because that is going to be stumped, you know. So I'm going to tear it up anyway, you know, tear it up and then back, you know, back drag it, grade it with the dozer, subgrade, and then, you know, in the spring he can disc it. And so, you know, that's not that important. But I don't want to tear this stuff up in here, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to shovel some of this stuff where we can get at it without making a mess, you know. And then we'll start stumping this thing. So, all right, well, we'll do a little shoveling here. I think I'm going to go down here and just grab some of this stuff and bring it up here. So the only place I can put you guys for right now, until I lost my, I didn't lose it, I broke it, the little swivel thing from my camera. So I kind of got it just fixed mounted here on a little clamp thing, so I don't have much. I don't have a lot of flexibility. So about the only place I can put you right now is on the what do you call these things? The pedal control levers. So you gotta move back and forth a little bit. I think you'll be okay. So I'm just gonna shovel some of this stuff up. Again, that stuff over here to the right of me, I'm not too concerned because that's within the area that it's gonna be stumped. So, but I'd like to get this stuff out of here so we don't have to hurt the skidders. I don't think we'd hurt it really. I'll just clean up a few of these and shovel them up to the road. You know, gives me an excuse, right? But yeah, there was a few decent logs down here. We got a couple pieces of junk, and then I mean, there's a lot of junk that could have been cut, but he wants to leave some of it to cover, which I get. I understand. So we'll do that. We'll definitely respect that. Necessary. There's a few drags in here. I already bunched them to the road. This will drag. I mean, as wet as it is, it's looking pretty good. I just want to get a few of these across this across the water line. That's the water line right there, I believe. Just want to make sure I'm getting them across that. Keep that cleaned off for him in case he ever has trouble. Some of these stumps are high, but couldn't really help it. They're all clumps of just junk. I mean, man, there's a lot of junk in here. So. Doesn't seem like handling stuff that much, this much would be efficient, but it is. These things are so stinking fast. You can move wood so fast with them. It's pretty amazing. Obviously, out west they'll use them to do a whole job, you know. Just shovel it. But it is good for not tearing up the ground, you know, especially if it's wet. Got the skidder in here and get spinning the root and really tear it up pretty good. that little giblet, huh? Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of sense. I think by Monday, it's Saturday now, but I think by Monday, the rain's about done. So, being that most of this is in that area, I gotta grub. I'm not gonna worry too much about this. I thought there was more on the lower side of this trail than there is. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I'll just shovel these couple up and head out of there. That's alright though. Better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, this will look really nice when it greens up, you know, next spring. The shoots, hardwood growth will start. Some trees left to put your stands in. Oh boy, it's gonna be good hunting. He's got some really nice bucks showing up on camera in here. Unbelievable. I mean, I don't know where they go in the daytime. You just don't see them when you're hunting. You know, or even like, we're allowed to shine here, go spotlighting. You're allowed to do that here. I think it's like up to 11 p.m. before rifle season starts. You know, now once rifle season starts, you can't. You know, obviously you can't do that. They don't want you doing that. So, but before rifle season starts, you know, so you know, like a month before it starts, or when archery starts, see a lot of guys around here start spotlighting. You know, and to see what, you know, what they're up against, you know what I mean? So, you do see a lot of that around here, and that's usually when you can get a good idea of what's around for bucks. But you know, we've done that. We've done that this year. We did it a few different times. We still didn't see any nice shooter bucks. Well, the game cameras, like over in here, these aren't anything we'd be near or could shoot, you know. But it's still interesting to know that there's these massive bucks around and nobody sees them. This guy couldn't even believe it, you know. And but there's I think he said there's 4 or 5 of them. He's shown me on his phone, game camera pictures. Holy smash! Big smoking bucks. It's like, man, you just never see them. Things are good at hiding. You never see them there, and you know, very seldom do you see big ones like that. They're out there. They just are. I guess that's why they're there. They're smart. They're savvy. They're old, and they're wise. You know, they're 4 or 5 year old deer. I guess they just know how to hide. I don't know. It's pretty wild. So anyway, we're wrapping this one up. We got a couple more right here to do. If you look over there, there's a big patch of cherry. We cut all the, it was all full of this nasty crooked white pine. Cut that all out and release that cherry. So we really do nice work. I mean, you know, and this is not per order of the forest or anything. This is me and the landowner cooked this up, you know. And there isn't a lot of this stuff going on around here because, again, most people are just not set up to do this stuff, and they don't want to do it. They want to, you know, everybody would, like, you see this oak tree I'm grabbing right here? Yeah, everybody go after that oak tree and hack that down, but they wouldn't take that crooked piece of junk cherry beside it, or this, you know, junk white pine or nothing. They just leave it all. So that's what you're going to get for the next generation. It's a bunch of morphidited junk, you know. So obviously you need to get rid of some of this junk. Alright, well, I've got a bunch of paperwork, contract work to do at home. And we're going out later with the nappies, but I might just call it a day here. Get on out of here. Put that one up here. Try and kind of break these hitches up a little so they're evenly. So one's not light, one's not super heavy, right? You know, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Alright guys. I'll make some more videos as we go here. Ta-ta, guys. Have a good weekend.